The Color of Your Eyes, written by Blackcatsassin, read by gutterratt1213. Chapter 23, Jake, Part 3.
About time, I thought when I saw Phil finally leaving Leah alone. She stood at the bridge for a while, probably lost in her thoughts, before heading back towards the motel. I followed her, just to make sure she was safe. After seeing her enter her room, I turned around and went back to the place I was renting while staying here in Duskwood. Cleo should be arriving at the Aurora soon, since she was on her way back from seeing Richy. Richy was still in the hospital, but even if he was discharged, he would have decided not to come tonight as he was still feeling ashamed of Leah. He has threatened her life multiple times. There will be a time for apologies. We still had more than an hour, but I decided to wait with Jessy outside the Aurora, as it was very chilly outside and I had to cool my head off since I was very nervous. Cleo arrived shortly after me, and Jessy greeted her. Then I heard my name being called, and I turned around, seeing Hannah running towards me. She jumped, and I embraced her, finally seeing her being alive and well for the first time after I witnessed her being kidnapped.
"I can finally meet you face to face, brother,"
she whispered. I smiled and let go of her. I wasn't a guy who was good with words, so I let my face show her how happy I was to see her. Lilly hugged me afterwards, and we all exchanged greetings.
"Hey, it's nice that we're finally gathered here together in Duskwood,"
Jessy beamed.
"So happy to have you with us, Jake,"
Hannah added and hugged me again.
"You look quite good tonight,"
Cleo added jokingly, looking at my outfit that didn't change much except I was wearing my best jacket over my hoodie.
"Hey, don't flirt with my half-brother,"
Lilly protested. She was so bound on seeing Leah and me together.
"We're complete, right? No one's missing?"
Jessy looked around. "Nope, let's go inside," Dan said before wheeling himself into the bar. We all followed, and Jessy went to check on the small buffet we had prepared for Leah. Cleo checked on her cakes, and I passed by Phil, who immediately grabbed my arm. Dan and Thomas were eyeing Phil. "Hey, what was that earlier?" Phil glared at me. "You should keep your hands off Leah," I replied coldly. "What did you do, Phil?" Thomas asked, looking worried. "Nothing," Phil said. "I just had a good time with Leah, that is all." He put a lot of emphasis on the word good, which made my blood boil. But before I could do anything, he was already walking towards his office. The group was chatting, and Hannah and I were catching up when the clock almost showed 8 p.m.
"Okay, guys, let's all go into hiding. Phil, you know the signal when Leah's here, okay?"
Jessy swatted Dan's hand, who tried to grab one of the pretzels. "Yeah, I will whistle when she's here," Phil said as he polished a tumbler glass with a cloth.
"Okay, guys, and now, hiding mode!"
Jessy giggled, and everyone went to their designated hiding places. Since Leah didn't know what I looked like, I was the only one who was allowed to sit at a table. The clock showed 8 p.m. when we finally all managed to hide. Phil kept polishing his glasses, waiting to greet Leah once she opened the door. There were no guests tonight, as Phil had made the bar closed only for the special occasion. I heard Jessy giggling in anticipation behind a palm tree. Hannah and Thomas were hiding behind the bar, along with Dan, who was sitting in his wheelchair looking at the clock. Cleo and Lilly are under the biggest table, and I tried to calm down my nerves as I was going to see Leah finally face to face any minute. 5 minutes passed by, and Jessy peeked out from behind the palm tree. Then 10 minutes, 15 minutes. "What's taking so long?" I heard Dan mumbling. After 20 minutes, everyone got out of their hiding spot. Phil dropped the glasses and went outside looking around for Leah. Then he got back inside, shaking his head.
"Did you make sure to tell her to come at 8 p.m.?
Jessy asked her brother.
"I did. Ask Mr. Hacker here. He was close by the entire time."
Phil glared at me. I went outside myself to look around in front of the Aurora. No sight of Leah. The others followed me, except for Dan.
"Did she send you a message?"
Jessy asked Phil. He whipped out his phone and checked. Then he shook his head. "No messages," he replied. I put my hands above my head, feeling a surge of panic.
"Should I go to the motel and check if she's there?"
Lilly asked me. "Yeah, that would not be such a bad idea," I mumbled, still busy looking around. Jessy suddenly ran past me towards something that was laying on the ground a bit further away. Cleo grabbed my shoulder with a shocked expression.
Jake, I'm completely blocked by Leah on the Messenger app. She's also removed herself from the group chat.
Cleo showed me her phone with a panicked look on her face. Leah, what happened to you?